Let's talk about some Kumihimo. So Kumihimo is Japanese braiding. You can see you get this beautiful intricate braid here. This is made with yarn, and you can even use embroidery floss and get something much finer and more delicate as well. So here is how you do it. This is what a work in progress looks like. And here is my result coming out the bottom. And before I show you the process, let me show you how to make one of your own things like this out of a piece of cardboard. So I have a chunk from an Amazon box, and we are going to make this thing into a square to begin with. So I'm just going to cut a square, and then I'm going to turn my square into an octagon with 8 sides. So I just want to take off the corners. And then on each side, I'm going to cut a slit just a little ways in. This is going to help me hold the yarn. And no, my octagon's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. Once I have cut that, the only dangerous part of this is I need to make a hole in the center. And so this, not something I would recommend that any child does. So you just take your scissors, twist it around in there so you have some kind of hole. And then to do this, on the octagon, you want 7 pieces of yarn. So I have my 7 pieces of yarn here, and they are all approximately the same length, close. The other end, not so perfect, but who cares? So on one end where I'm going to even up my 7 strands, so same colors, different colors, doesn't matter. If you have some variety, you can see the braid better. I'm going to go ahead and tie them into a knot. And the best way to do that is just a good old fish knot. So you make it look like a fishy. You tuck the tails, make sure you get all 7 inside the fishy's head. And then you pull the knot and you kill the fishy. Cruel, but memorable. So then you tuck this little knot in the other side of the hole that we stabbed in. So if the tails come out here, that's perfect. And then on this side, we're going to just take a string and tuck 1 string in each of my, so on the one side, if you notice, I'm kind of holding that knot steady. And then on the other side, I'm going to put a string in each of 7 of the 8 of my cuts that I made. And it doesn't really matter what order. I am not certainly advanced enough to know what the end result is going to look like depending on how I did this. So the yarns, by the way, were cut to about arm length. Any longer and you end up getting tangles on the other end as you braid. And this thing looks like a jellyfish now. How fun is that? Yay, we have a jellyfish. Anyways, moving on. So you have a blank spot and you're going to count 1, 2, 3. You're going to grab the third one. You're going to move it to the blank spot. And then you're going to rotate the same direction every time. I like to go clockwise. So blank spot, 1, 2, 3. Move it. Rotate so that your blank spot, I like to keep mine by my right hand or my right fingers here. 1, 2, 3. He jumps over 2 friends. Rotate. 1, 2, 3. Jumps 2 friends. Rotate. And you just keep going like that. It should be very therapeutic, very mindless. And the more you go, the more you'll notice out the bottom side that your braid starts to grow. So it takes some time, of course, but if you just keep going, eventually you will get something that looks like this. So see, my braid grew from the bottom side. I still have some of my jellyfish tentacles left to braid. And eventually when you get to the other end, you can just tie another knot just like this and then pull the whole thing off the cardboard and keep going with a new one added on, or attach your Kumihimo braid. You can twist it into a bracelet, or attach it as a handle on a bag or something else cool like that. But that is how you can use yarn and cardboard to make these beautiful Kumihimo braids.